Did you know you could be pronouncing this word wrong and many others? And we're going to talk about all these types of words and how to get them correctly today. What's up? You're watching Tito Talks Non-Life Insurance Discussions English Mondays. Maraming salamat po for tuning in today. It is a special session for English Mondays today with me, your favorite Tito Miguel, who loves to make English topics easier to understand for both agents and clients. As you've noticed in the title, it is a very special session today for English Mondays, as we are not going to go with your usual lessons for a very special occasion. What's that special occasion, Tita? I'm so glad you asked, Miguel. As of today, we are now, take note and get ready for this, we are now at 69, 69 subscribers. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for allowing me to reach this particular milestone. Well, that's not technically true, though. I'm already at 71 subscribers. I passed the 69 mark rather quickly, so I didn't have enough time to celebrate that. But nonetheless, it is a wonderful milestone to reach. Now, I know there are some channels who only scoff at this number. 69. Pang-almusal lang yan. And I understand that. Yep, for bigger channels, this may be a small deal. For a beginner channel such as myself, who's only starting to tackle the wonderful world of YouTube, this is very, very big news for me. And I would like to celebrate all the smaller accomplishments in life before I get to tackle the bigger problems. Now, with that being said, thank you so much for helping me achieve 69 subscribers. We're very, very happy to reach this point. Our next target, 420 subscribers. So watch out what I'm going to do for that. Now, as mentioned in our intro for today, we are going to be talking about commonly mispronounced proper nouns. Now, as regular Filipino English speakers, a lot of people say that as long as you get your point through, as long as you get the message across, it's fine. And that may be true in most cases, but not exactly the same can be said for agents. Bakit ka ako? Take note, you, if you're watching as an agent, you could be entertaining large multinational clients, very, very affluent individuals, very wealthy individuals who own multiple types of vehicles, multiple properties, who insure multiple types of people, who insure multiple types of assets, employees, so on and so forth. One of the biggest mess-ups that you can do as an agent is to mispronounce various company names, especially more complicated company names, especially company names of your clients. You wouldn't want to do that. I'm sure you'd agree with me when I say that. Tama po ba? What if you're talking to a customer or a potential client about insuring their car, and you notice that they've got this very lovely sports car sedan right there in their garage, and then you suddenly say, "Sir, ang ganda ng PEUGEOT nyo ah." That would have been so embarrassing. Now, some customers, some clients may be kind enough to correct you, but trust me, they're never going to look at you the same way ever again. And this is what today's lesson is all about. We're going to be talking about some very popular brand names and how to pronounce them. And if you watch the video all the way till the end, we're going to talk about that word we discussed in the intro, that very, very interesting condiment that most people seem to get wrong. So let's start with our first word then, shall we? As mentioned in our example earlier, yep, that particular brand, which is known as a French brand of automobile manufacturing, an automobile manufacturer in France. So therefore, since the company started or originated in France, the name itself would take root in French pronunciations. And to be honest, French pronunciations are slightly more complicated than your basic English pronunciation, but you want to make sure that you get this right. Although the word is spelled with a G, because of the preceding vowel sound or the vowel letter, and the proceeding or the letter after that, it changes its pronunciation. Instead of sounding it like a G sound, you sound it with a J sound with a bit of a Z included in it. So you pronounce this as PEUGEOT. PEUGEOT. You sound very French. You sound so very posh. Very, very good. And take note that the T is silent as well. PEUGEOT. Say that for Tito one more time. PEUGEOT. So very nice. The next type, from France, we travel all the way to Germany. Now we're going to talk about a luxury car brand, something your more wealthy titos and titas probably own. the Now this particular brand, it's not the last word that you get wrong, but it's mostly the first term that most people tend to pronounce, and most people tend to pronounce it as Mercedes to make things a lot easier thanks to Filipino pronunciation tricks. However, if you do want to get this accurate, it's supposed to go as Mercedes-Benz. Say that for Tito one more time. Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz. Oh, that sounds so lovely. Next up, you've got the ever so popular among creatives like me who actually depend on certain software to create works that can actually be sold, or to create marketing designs, creative designs, video editing, and so on. This software company is now based in California, which makes it an American company, and therefore it takes on a more American approach. Now, this sounds awfully a lot like a very popular Filipino dish, which is why it's pronounced with the same pronunciation. Adobo, adobe. But if you want to take things more seriously, you put a little bit of emphasis on the O sound in the middle, and that is a long sound at the end, a long E sound at the end, and that is pronounced as Adobe. Adobe PageMaker, Adobe Adobe Photoshop, so on and so forth. To be very surprised to know that they've got over 50 types of apps right now available for both desktop and mobile right now. So for the creatives out there, very, very good lineup for you as well. The next one is it's mainly a footwear manufacturer, and this time it has a German root in it. Bet you didn't know that, right? Now, with its German roots, most people in Germany would pronounce this as ADIDAS. And for most Filipinos, again, funny thing, it sounds oddly like a very popular Filipino street food this time, mostly consisting of chicken feet. And when you see people buying it sometime, they prefer to it as ADIDAS. However, you will want to elongate the A sound at the beginning a little more and flow through the rest of the word without any stresses at all. ADIDAS. Say that for Tito one more time. ADIDAS. Sounds much more posh. And as promised, our secret word, which we discussed about in the intro. Hope you're ready for this one. Very, very long, very, very complicated, and much highly debated, especially by those of you who like to use this type of sauce. Now, before we get into that pronunciation, it's very interesting to know that this particular sauce has a European history to it, as it was first used in the city of Worcester. Right? And since cities would, back in the day, would usually have the word shire attached to it, like New Hampshire, so Worcestershire, as most people would tend to mistakenly call it, you actually take out the first R sound, as you can see in the word, and you go on straight to the rest of the word until you get to that shire sound at the end, and you replace the I sound with a schwa, and it leaves you with Worcestershire. Can you say that for Tito one more time? Worcestershire. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Leave me a like, leave me a comment if you'd like for me to talk about more brands, more lessons in English that you would like to get more familiar with. Once again, this is your favorite Tito Miguel. Happy 69 po ulit kay Tito Talks. Watch out for our next video wherein we're going to be talking about marine insurance. And now I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.